My senior who was a filmmaker, Mr. Raju is one of the big shots in 85 and 93 before Mumbai. He was in Mumbai. He's coming back to Mumbai. I'm very happy about it. He used to say that he used to work with a lot of big cinematographers in the industry at that time. The people who have gone with the change and taken up, they still do traditional Tariqam shoots, but people have taken the video and video part, IA and beta, digital, like they're going to HD and film HDs now. Those people have grown and have made a name for themselves. The people who have said, video, film ka hi acha. People who stayed back are now regretting because now they are too old to understand or learn. That should not be. You should be open and should try out. Even if you're not good at it, just try out what it is. Just 3D, I didn't know what is 3D conversion, but I wanted to get into it. Now thing is, I have no both. I can do VFX, I can do 3D conversion. Try to learn new things which you might think that it might not be useful at this time, at the juncture, but it will be useful in the future.
You should be creatively in charge of whatever shot you are assigned. Not just look at the roto keys or depth cues and whatever is being given. I mean, it might not be always perfect, but you as an artist should be able to understand that this is looking right or this is looking wrong, whatever it is. So that is how, that's why we need people like that who can understand what they are doing and who can who can take their own decisions in making the films right. The main chief stereographer of Stereo D, Mr. Graham Clark, he says that we don't need software programmers or we don't need software, compositors. He says we don't even need compositors. I just need artists who can create, who can recreate 3D art inside Nuke or whatever software.
What I'm gathering from what Aniruddha is saying is that anytime you're going to an institute, since we are institute centric and you're looking for a course or something like that, you don't need to know how many softwares they're teaching. Okay, you don't need to find out whether they are teaching 20 software. And when I was a student, I did a 2-year course with one of the institutes. I came out learning 20-30 softwares and no artwork. Okay, so I was a very good, at that time, 3D Max user. I was a very good Photoshop user, but I was not a good artist. I was not a good modeler. I was not a good texture artist. So emphasis has to be more on skill. Okay, like Aniruddha said, something which struck me very strongly is that, see, just like Deluxe, okay, they don't expect you to learn a software and come there. Why? Because essentially they use a proprietary software which is not in the market, which is not with any institute. So any institute cannot teach you that software. Okay, what you need to know about institutes is that if they are teaching something for VFX, like we teach Nuke for VFX, am I teaching Nuke for VFX or am I teaching 2D paint? Am I teaching rotoscopy? Am I teaching depth grading? Am I teaching matte extraction? Okay, how well am I teaching matte extraction? You don't need to know whether I'm teaching it in Nuke, whether I'm teaching it in After Effects, whether I'm teaching it in Fusion. Okay, I'm sure every one of us has used those softwares at one point in time, and according to the requirement of the studio, we have molded ourselves into new softwares. Okay, so all that are the things that you need to learn when you go and join a studio. Most of the students, when they come out of an institute, they feel that we'll get a certificate here, and then that will help us get a small job, and then everything that we need to learn, we'll learn on job. When somebody would come for an interview, I would not ask them which institute you passed on. What was the name of your trainer? Okay. If you're my student and you go looking for a job, you're not going to get a job just because you studied from Animation Joint. Okay. Or you studied from Abhijit, so we'll close our eyes and we'll give you a job. Essentially what we used to ask, what are primary colors? Okay. Color is very important. Okay. Rest everything comes with it, but the basic knowledge, what are primary colors, what are secondary colors, what are tertiary colors, what is color mixing, what is color harmony. When we were taking technical tests also, we are not asking them कि आपको Nuke आता है कि नहीं. Okay, we're saying okay, which software? You know Fusion? Okay, go and do this in Fusion. Okay, you know After Effects? We used to provide them After Effects. They used to do the shots in After Effects. You know matte painting? We used to provide Photoshop को एक matte painting बना के दो. Correct है? We never used to say कि नहीं आपको Corel Painter में ही matte painting बनाना पड़ेगा तभी हम आपको hire करें. We took the responsibility कि भैया you have the skill, bring the skill to us. We will teach the technology to you. Right.